You need to test it. You need to prove to yourself that the strategy works. You need to, in your own mind, give this strategy validity so you have confidence behind it. To be the best trader in the world, you must statistically be the best trader. Everybody knows trading is all about the stats and having no emotion. Everyone on social media is preaching it, laughing it. That's how it goes. That's what I say as well. Emotions cannot be a part of your trading. But even if you're emotionless, you need a strat that wins and works. PSA, I'm not selling a strat. I've seen it in my own journey. When I started trading and then as I built as a trader, I've recently, in these last couple of months, I have seen the change within myself with my mental game, detaching myself from trades, from the money, from this whole game. I'm just trading. I'm becoming the best statistical trader ever. And that means getting the stats out there. I don't care about the money or anything like that. That'll come. I don't care. But that is the emotional detachment you need to be a successful trader. Now, you just need a good strategy. And this is the crazy thing I always see on social media. People are always like, they're preaching a strategy. If you use this strat, you're a if you use this, you're a dumbass. That is not the case at all. But when you find a strategy, something you like, something that makes logical sense in your brain, you need to take that strategy. You need to test it. This here. You need to test it. You need to prove to yourself that the strategy works. You need to, in your own mind, give this strategy validity so you have confidence behind it. You need to backtest it. Backtest it on enough time data, 12 months, even more. Backtest it on enough data to prove to your mind and yourself that it works. Then it's a game of having that emotional detachment and just trading the strat, which is easy when you have that emotional detachment and you've traded for long enough and you've built that mental resilience. That's easy, but everyone just gets a strat. They'll just trust whoever on social media tells them to do this strat. It needs to make logical sense. You need to be able to see it in the markets all the time. Duh. How else are you going to trade it? And you need to backtest it and prove it to yourself that it works. Like logically, that's how you do it. Nobody talks about this, and I need to talk about it. You have to prove to yourself that it works. So go on backtesting, follow the strat down to a T. Make it a checklist. Here, I have it. I've zoomed out a bunch so you guys can't see because it's my source and I teach it in my mentorship, which right now is free, actually. But you need to give it validity. You need to prove it, right? So go backtest it. Go on to FX3P. Look at all this backtesting. A bunch of different sessions, right? And you need to go on there. You need to backtest it, prove to yourself that it works, and that's it. Make it a checklist, and as you for every single trade, if it tick 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 tick, get in. Tick tick cross tick, don't get in. Easy as that. It's so easy to say, but that's what you have to do, and you'll be able to do that when you have that emotional detachment. But then you've also proven to yourself that the strategy works. So then it's a numbers game. Trade more and you'll make money. Oh my God, I'm Houdini. Everybody praise me. I'm a fucking genius. I cannot believe I've seen nobody talk about this on social media. I can't believe it. Nobody talks about actually proving that the strategy works and proving to yourself it works. I believe that's because most people on social media have not reached the mental aptitude that I'm at. They have not reached that point where they can mentally detach themselves and just trade. And so they haven't reached a point where they need to prove it to themselves because they, in their mind, they know they're mental as shit. They know they're mental as shit. And thus they attribute that to their losing trades. And thus they haven't made it to the point I'm at. And so they will not say this stuff. And it's insane. This needs to be said. Logically, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. It's the only way to do it. So yeah, that's the source. Is that.